I'm Dan Galusha and welcome to another edition of Shootin' Plink. I think we should call this Welcome to Ken's Rifle because, believe it or not, this is part 5 of this rifle right here. This is a Marlin Guide 4570. It belongs to Ken McCool. And if you've been following this, we have had our frustrations with trying to sight this in. Well, I'm finding out all sorts of stuff. First off, it was not the OEM front sight. So I've replaced that, and I also put the hood back on like Ken wanted to do. But Ken decided to go to Skinner and get himself a Skinner scope. And of course, you know how I love these. And so we're going to be sighting this in today at 50 yards. And what I've already done is I've used the Real Avid laser bore sight that we've used in the past. And I did that at about 25 yards. And it looks good. And it doesn't mean that it's going to shoot that accurate, but it looks good. So we're just going to go to 50 yards today, at least that's the plan right now, and we're going to fire around, see how it does, and then I'm going to try to sight this scope in. And I'll tell you, this has been a time of it, because you can see my shooter's choice bag here. Well, I got all the way here to Cedar Oaks, found out I forgot the thing. Well, got to go back for that too. And then this morning, after I'd mounted all this, Ken decided that he wanted that scope a little bit further forward. So that's what I did. I put it further forward. And so hopefully he liked the way I had it. I sent him photos, what have you. And so we're going to see what happens with this. This is kind of interesting. I've had so much frustration with this. I don't hold out a lot of hope, even to have the Skinner on here for some reason. But I'm hoping it does it, because that Skinner is one heck of a good scope. So let's get over there and we'll get the target set up, and then we're going to start shooting. Well, I finally got things set up. This has been something. Got over here, and you can see the target. I only zoomed in part way because after this thing shoots, it'll probably zoom back anyway. I don't get it with that camera anyhow. Got over here, and I forgot my ear protection, so I went back to get that. Then I thought the gun was jammed, that I couldn't get around in. Well, what happened is the fact that I put on one of these things right here. I don't know if you can see that or not, but there, one of those. That's a hammer extension, so that it'll clear the scope. Well, I'm clearing the scope without it anyway. Problem is, the bolt would not clear that thing. So, as I'd pull the bolt back, nope, it wouldn't work. So anyway, we finally got around in here. I'm going to get my ear protection on. And we're going to see if we can actually hit that target down there. You can see it, it's bright pink. I did that on purpose so I could see it good. And I'm going to try to see if this works. Something worked. My headphones work. I've got those, you know, those with the amplification. Okay, we're going to take our first shot up there and hope that this thing's on halfway. Okay, what do we got? Well, as close as I could see, the first round hit a little high and off to the right. So I've readjusted this, and we're going to find out now if I was right. It was hard because it missed the whole doggone pink target, and I've now got my red laser on here too, because this has also got a red dot on it. It's not a laser, it's a red dot. But I'll try to hold it down here steady. Okay, where did it hit? Okay, that one was getting down more into the target where I wanted it. I'm doing it in baby steps like you should when you're doing this. So we're going to fire another round now. First, better put another round in. Take a look, see where that one hit. I've got my binoculars out now, so we're going to see how that works. Problem is, every time I get the binoculars, I got to take my glasses off. Then I got to take my headphones off to get my glasses off. It's a pit. I need a spotter. If I'm not mistaken, I think I hit the bullseye. Yep, in the bullseye. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to tweak it just a little bit because it's pretty doggone on. And we're going to put another round in, and I hope that this one hits right on, because it's sure going that way at the moment. And it better, because I tell you, it's a Skinner, and these Skinners are doggone good scopes. I hope that one hit dead center. Take my headphones off again, and my glasses. Sorry about that. And I'm going to put this up on a post. Nah, I did a little bit too much tweaking evidently. Well, I switched targets, as you can see. I put up a shoot and see, just to see what might happen. This is frustrating because I was right on and I just screwed it up. That's all there is to it. Now I've been having the shake so bad that I can't seem to be able to get back to the way I want. And this is the pits. Okay. I'm not sure where that hit. That last adjustment, I just wish I had left it where I had it and just maybe tweaked it once, but I didn't do it. And that was my fault. There's one heck of a grouping over there to the right, and I mean a grouping. I'm just drilling out that target. So if I can get that moved to the left, which I'm trying to do right now, I ought to be able to get it. But I don't know if I will or not. Okay, see what that does. Yeah, that brought it back over. Okay, where'd that one hit? Hit right out in that same area. I'm getting a regular line of rounds on there, right in that same spot. So I think we're going to be good. Just call it good for it, because it is hitting that 6-inch circle at 50 yards. And no, we're not laying them. I was laying them on top of one another when I was shooting the other and didn't have it over in the windage. Okay, see what that one did. I'm blowing it out right up above the bullseye is what I'm doing. So, got 2 more rounds in this row, and I'm going to shoot those. And then, like I said, then we're going to call it quits, because I think it's on just about where I can get it. This has to really be put in a vise to take a look. Yeah, I think they're all hitting right in that same spot where it looks, and which means it's pretty much on. I'll get the target and show you here in just a bit. Take one more round, then I'll get that target, and we're going to get out of here, because I'm going to call it quits on this. That's good enough. It's going to hit there anyway, right close to that bullseye. There. That's it. I'll go get the target and I will show it to you. Okay, one of them I got the target, which I'm going to show you in a second, but I'm going to set these to 0 and I'm going to show you what you got to do. You probably cannot see this, and I hope I can because I want to do it here. There is a line on the inside right here, and what I got to do is go down here just like this, pick it up, pick this up so that I don't turn that at all, and come around here, find the 0. I went the wrong way, didn't I? Okay, go this way. There we are. Okay, there's the line. Hopefully you could see that. There's a line underneath there, and I've got that on 0 now, so that I know that's where I set that. And I'm going to do the same thing over here. There's a line down in here, same way. You pick that up, you can see that line, and then you can rotate it until you hit 0. Put it right on 0. Now that scope is going, wherever you do, if something goes a little haywire, you're going to know, okay, I got to turn it up, or like Andy Larson said, he would sight it in at 100 yards, and then he knows 2 clicks upward, I think he said, and he's right on at 200 yards. So that's a way you can do it too. Man, I tell you, we got mosquitoes around here, and I didn't know it was that bad up here, but anyway, it is. And I'm going to close these because this thing does have some nice covers on it, that scope. Get them down. They're so doggone new that you got to get them around so you can get them on there, which I'll probably do. I'm going to mess with that later. I've got it shut anyway. Anyhow, that's what we did with it. Now I'm going to show you the target. And as you know, it popped back open. I got to work on that. We went through a lot of ammunition. We went through whatever we could do here with it, and I'll show you. The nice thing about it, the one spot I wanted to hit, I hit it with the final round, right there, right on that dime. Hit it right off to the side. But at the end, I told you I was getting a good grouping I set up over in here, and I was. Look at this. I mean, I was just tearing this to shreds. So I knew I was getting a grouping here. I wanted to get that scope adjusted so I'd bring that grouping over here, which you can see I did. And here it is. It's starting right in here. The last few rounds were all in here. Those that I said that I shot low, and I knew it did because it was my fault, well, here, and these were shot low because of over adjustment, because I was shooting, as you can see right up here, okay, I was shooting way high. I couldn't believe how high I was shooting, and so when I adjusted, I over adjusted and ended up down here. And one of these, though, I think is another mistake where I just dropped the gun down, because it's hard to, I mean, this thing works great for a lot of them, but when you get up to these higher calibers like the 45-70, you don't have that thing locked down. It worked fine for shooting. I mean, like, all right, once it's all sighted in, yeah, then you put it down, and then you put it on there, and you can hit into here. You should be able to. But you can see at the end, I'm getting right here. I'm not going to do any more sighting in. This is it. I mean, this frustrating gun is now, as far as I'm concerned, it's sighted in because you're within this 2-inch circle right here. This is a 2-inch circle, and well, let's see, yeah, because this is the 6, and so you got another 2 here, so that brings down. So here's your of course that's the size of a dime, but anyway, you're within that area because this is a 2-inch here, and then you got, I guess that's about 3, 2.5, 3 right in there, but it's still hitting the 2. So I'm not going to worry about that. That's a pistol target. Even you've got a 4-inch bullseye on a pistol target. So at 50 yards with a carbine, because that's what it is, a carbine, that's what I'm going with. I mean, Ken's got his gun sighted as far as I'm concerned. If he wants to get it, I mean, he can get it pinpointed to maybe where every round goes into that dime, but if he's going to do that, my suggestion to anybody that was going to do that, don't use a bag like this. Use, and if you do, sandbag it completely. Just lock it into the point where you cannot move that gun. The best thing to do is just a regular shooting stand vise that you got it locked in, where you're not doing a whole lot. That's doing all the work for you, is holding it. And that's a way that especially long distance, it helps a lot to shoot that way. And sighting in. I mean, you're not going to take that equipment out in the field with you, and you're not going to be using it in competition either. But anyway, that's what we did. This was part 5. Thank heavens we're done. Because as I said, that is the most frustrating gun I have ever sighted in. There's no two ways out of it. I know how many times I wondered, did I say frustrating? Kind of like John Denver in Far Out. Remember that when he did that? He was hosting, I don't know, the Emmys or something like that. Him saying Far Out. Well, I said frustrating. So, did it again. So anyway, that's what we did. Ken McCool now can get his gun back with his Skinner optics on it. And I've got all of his OEM regular sights mounted back on it. And the thing is ready to go. So until next time, shoot safe and have a great day of plinking.